You're probably familiar with what you see here. These are electronic tuner metronome combinations. A great gadget. I carry one in my go bag all the time. That's this one, and this one sits on my music stand all the time. I use them every day. I use both sides of them. Right now, though, just the metronome side is turned on because that's what I want to talk about. Both metronomes have a little picture right there and right there, and it sort of matches this icon if you have really good eyesight. One over there. This line between the two buttons indicates whether or not it goes into the old-fashioned metronome mode, I'll call it. Old metronomes that had the swing arm and the weight you moved up and down had click stops along the way. 104 was one of them, 108 was the next, 112, and so on. And those are the most common musical markings. However, in some contemporary music, in one just recently, I've seen a marking of 90. Well, I have 92, and I have 88. And you can practice, that's pretty close actually, you could probably practice and get the job done. But if you want to be really accurate, it's better to be right on what the composer wrote. Now in this case, this line here, if you hold both buttons down for about a second, you see the little picture went away here. Now I have the freedom to adjust by any number I choose. Any whole number, that is. There are no decimal points here, as you can see. So that's a handy feature. Might come in useful if you do practice in music that's marked accordingly. Also for standard music, there's a tonguing exercise I'm doing in 6/8 time. And in the standard metronome markings, I can choose to practice it here, where I can play it cleanly, or here where I can't quite get it. I'm just not quite there yet. And the gap between those for this particular exercise seems rather large. Well, so for me then, I could practice here and then go here and so on. Move up really incrementally in that kind of practice. So it can be handy for a lot of different things. To put it back, just push both buttons again for a second. And you're back, and now the next time I push it, 78 is going to disappear, and it will no longer be available because I'll be using the standard markings. With the metronome back in standard mode, I've moved the tempo down to 60. I'm going to scroll up to 160. We get there pretty quickly. Now I'm back in the numeric mode. I'm going to scroll back down to 60. As you can see, it takes considerably longer to do it this way. So that's something to consider when you decide which mode you want to operate in for your daily practice. For me, I keep it in the standard mode, which is how it operates out of the box. When you first turn the thing on, put a battery in it, it will operate in the metronome mode, I'll call it. So it's operating in this mode when it's brand new, and then you got the fast scroll available. And that's also convenient for most practice, because most times the music will be marked in one of those. That's good for your daily practice, because most times these numbers are the ones that are actually marked in music. But as I said, for certain practice situations, or for some music that's marked in the non-standard numbers, this can be a very useful tool. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for listening.